Right now, thousands of students across Clark County walk out of class today to protest gun violence and call on lawmakers in Washington to take action on gun control and school safety.
Those students joined others all over the U.S. for a day of demonstrations exactly 1 month since 17 students were killed during a shooting rampage at a high school in South Florida.
13 Action News reporter Tom George is live at Clark High School with more on the protests there and the message those students hope to send to Washington. Tom.
Yeah, and this is just one of the schools around the valley where students poured out of the doors, out onto the baseball fields and out to the sidewalks. They're hoping to send their message about gun reform from Nevada all the way to Washington.
The prayer of the children.
If there's strength in numbers, the students lining up in front of Las Vegas Academy are a force to be reckoned with.
And today we're making sure that we're being heard. We're here marching for our lives.
They say growing up in Las Vegas, 1 October hit especially hard, but they say Florida was the last straw.
I think being in Las Vegas, it was incredibly raw because we had just had, the country's largest massacre, and being Las Vegas Academy and so close to the Mandalay Bay, it brought up all of those emotions from October, and, enough is enough.
They say until gun reforms are passed, they don't feel safe in the classroom.
You hear a balloon pop in the hallway and you suddenly think, am I next?
And so I kind of worry, every day, what might happen.
And their principal doesn't blame them. In fact, he shares their concerns and worked with the students when they told him they wanted to walk out.
They're amazing, and I know that these kids are prepared to lead us through these new social issues that are following us and chasing us and haunting us. Something's got to be done, and they can do it.
And they weren't alone. Hundreds also walked out at Desert Oasis and Advanced Technologies Academy. Even some parents came to show their support.
They don't get heard, but her generation will change that.
A new generation who says their time is now.
Things are different now. Things will continue to change, and this is the time to make that change.
Now, in addition to new gun regulations, of course, security is also part of the puzzle. At high schools like this, it's pretty much an open campus. Coming up tonight at 6, you'll hear what one principal has to say about that part of the story. Reporting live, Tom George, 13 Action News.
Thank you, Tom. The students at Valley High Schools joined thousands more across the nation in the walkout. Many have seen school shootings firsthand, including students from Stoneman Douglas, as well as Columbine and Sandy Hook. Organizers say today's walkout will be followed by a March 24th Walk for Our Lives demonstration. That'll happen in Washington, D.C. They're also planning another protest next month to mark the anniversary of the shooting at Columbine High School in Colorado.
And some students in Pennsylvania took a different approach to the walkout. They formed a giant heart around their football field. Those are backpacks that you see there. They are forming that symbol of love. According to the local media outlets, the students are also planting a tree of hope on that field in honor of the recent shooting victims.